Greetings, lovers of diversion and sport. Well, the world is changing as we speak, and it looks like this recent election is going to leave us with a different landscape politically than we've had for the last 4 or 5 years. And one quick word, I just hope that fellow right-thinking people don't take it too seriously. One of my very young relatives came to me recently and said something that was a little disturbing, and what it meant to me, because she said something about one of the two major candidates being evil, it meant to me that the adults around her were being a little bit too emotive about their political leanings, in front of the kids. The world's not going to change that dramatically for the average person, I don't think. I am surprised at some of the losses that happened in the down ballot. That was a little bit odd to me, but we'll see how it plans out. These are strange and unusual times, interesting times to live in. But again, normally we could just sort of go back to some of those comfort foods in the form of sport that we had, where we could root for our team and boo the opposing team, and everybody could communally boo the referees. That said, I'm done with the NFL for sure. It's good to see that the NBA is going through some hard times, because they were at the forefront of making these diversions political. I think probably their fan base is going to forgive them pretty quickly. I think that NASCAR is probably the one most in jeopardy of permanently alienating their fan base. But the NFL, which is the primary one that I have a problem with, and it's not because of their politics, it's basically because of their extreme willingness to move franchises around and take away from that stability that, as a fan, I enjoy. Anyway, I think they're going to wind up recovering, which is unfortunate. I would love to see the free market just replace these bad actors with someone else. Now, the XFL coming out, I was very excited about the first go around back in 2001. I was very excited when it happened again, and I really sort of got behind Vince McMahon, but I remember thinking, if this is a one and done type thing again, that I'm not going to forgive that. And then when he declared bankruptcy, I was pretty excited to see someone swoop in with Redbird Holdings and The Rock. That all seemed good. I'm less excited when I see the overt nature with which Danny Garcia and The Rock have come out on their politics. I do like, my thoughts will probably offend you. I'm going to put a link to her here, because one of the questions she asked and forced people to ask is, are you offended when people politicize your sport or your entertainment, or is it just when people who disagree with you politicize your sport or entertainment? And I submit to you that I think the average American doesn't like it either way. I don't like some of the proselytization that has gone on with sports for a long time, sort of without regard to just being respectful of people's time and what your job is when you're an athlete. But that said, we do have other options, and in the world of football, we now have several leagues. Now, the National Arena League appears to be the most expensive league to be involved with. They did have, in my opinion, the best TV product, or really the best online product of any of the leagues. But they're suffering. They already got rid of their Baltimore expansion franchise. They never took a snap. The Tampa Bay Tornadoes have never taken a snap, and they're out. And then now the Louisville Extreme were excommunicated and somehow found their way back now with the IFL, which is great. I'd like to see the IFL do well. They lost a couple of California franchises. There's going to be some expansion and contraction with them, but I was surprised that that move was made this quickly. I hope it works out. It makes me wonder what is going on with the National Arena League's front office. Are they vetting potential owners, or are they, like the Elite Indoor Football League and the American Arena League, which I actually think is doing some things quite well in that they're allowing non-league games, which is great. I've noticed that the Texas Alliance Arena League has formed, and I think that that is probably one of those leagues that doesn't have facilities for spectators, which is great. So you schedule just a couple of home games, and then you find a group of guys who can, work it out with their work or whatever they're doing to travel 8 or 10 or more times in a season, even if they go to a team that does have facilities for, even if they go play a game against a team that does have facilities for fans and they get their butt kicked every time. Me, if I'm paying $12 or $15 a ticket, and not for general admission, which it looks like a couple teams in the Champions Indoor Football League are going to go with. I think you're paying $17 for this Wyoming franchise to go sit general seating. That's a little bit much, unless there's something else, like if there's some drinks thrown in or whatever, and it's kind of given more of that. If the entertainment product is great, and there are other bennies, but it's nice to see that those things are happening. There's the G8 Football League also, which has teams. It looks like they're doing some marketing. It looks like they're doing some reaching out to other teams, and maybe these will be incubators like for other leagues that can come in later when they get good ownership, when they can spend the money so that they've got the good facilities so that they can put the marketing together and it all works out. Yeah, those are just basically my thoughts on arena football right now and where things are going. I have a lot of thoughts about some of the roller hockey things that are happening. Some of mixed martial arts, which are in smaller venues, that I do kind of enjoy. Although some of that mixed martial arts stuff, when you go to a bar basically and you watch a fight, that can be a lot more expensive than it looks when you go in, and also the entertainment product itself can be pretty awful. We have Wild Bills in Atlanta. I've been there a couple times to see the fights. One time it was great. I saw some good fights. Everything was good to go. Another time, the fights were bad. The production level was bad, and then just the environment. Being in a bar that was sparse that time. It didn't have the feel of being at a sporting event. Let me know what you think. Please do like and subscribe. Every click helps. We are trying to drive traffic to our online sales options, and we do appreciate your time. Thanks again. Have a great day.